we are going to be learning about Tool Mod today. I'm very excited. So first things first, hello, you're new here. Welcome. We are going to go over here. And first things first is we are going to download Tool Mod. So if you go to twistedmexi.com, which you can do, I think anyone can do Command Tool in chat. I love your glasses. They are from Zenni, and Zenni is the best if you're in the US. Oh my gosh, Allie. Zenni is the best because they're super cheap. They're super, super cheap. So we love it. I got these glasses all said and done. They were $30. All said and done. The frames were like $6.95. The lenses were like $25. A little bit of shipping. Got my glasses. I wear contacts now, but when I used to wear glasses, I invested in some wipes. They were helping a lot. Ooh, I usually just have a nice cotton shirt and it does the job, thankfully. Okay, so I am not able to say the word that has been banned. So if you do command banned word in chat, you can get to Twisted Mexi's website. This is Twisted Mexi. If you do not know, he is a mod creator for The Sims 4. And if you're super new to mods and custom content and mods are not the same thing. They are totally separate. Custom content is like items like furniture and and clothing and items that you will add to the game. Yes, they are being very cruel. You've tried this mod before. It's too confusing. Thank you for showing out. Of course, that is why we're doing this. We just have to refer to we self in the third person. Oof. This is going to be hard. You can do more than one banned word at once. Yeah. If you feel like it. Why is my hair going everywhere today? Get out of my face. Okay. So the mod that we are going to be downloading and talking about today is this one, which stands for Take Objects Off Lots. The original creation for the mod was so that you could decorate the landscape outside of the building boundaries. However, it does way more than that now. So I'm going to go ahead and click download here. And this is just Twisted Mexi's website where we were at before. It's just twistedmexi.com. And if you scroll down, you will find all the mods. So we are going to download this one first. Oh, but actually I'm going to open that in a new window. In the meantime, we are also going to download the Better Build By as well. That was very, very difficult, Fox. That was very difficult. We're going to download Better Build By as well, because you will see that it has some integrations with the other mod that I can't say that are very helpful. So to download, all you're going to do is scroll down all the way to the bottom until you see this little link right here, and you're just going to go ahead and click on that. Y'all are so cruel. Y'all are cruel, okay? Cruel. So that's downloading. I'm also going to go to the Better Build By. Can blank say I'm? Does that count? Oh my gosh, you guys! Y'all are terrible. I love Better Build By. It's so good. Oh! You got me. You got me. You got me. Oh! Sneaky, sneaky cheaters. Active and chose chaos. Really love that, Allie. Oops. Believe you? Yes. Brain, no work. Too many banned words. So, scroll all the way to the bottom. Click on the link. Download. Now, These should both be in our downloads. Official zip is what you will want to download. Have to think of every word. Thank you, Bun Bun. Okay. Click on official zip. That is the file that you want right there. Once downloaded, should be in your downloads. Go ahead, click on the folder, and then click on extract all. Once extract, let me see. What's the size? Properties. 6.1. Should be 6.1, Villia. Click link you did. Feel like Yoda today. Thank you, Bun Bun. Allie is troll. Oh my gosh. All the banned words. All of them. Okay. Click link, download. Once downloaded, in downloads, click extract all. Go ahead and click extract. Boop. Cool. We'll leave that for now. Go back to downloads. Click on... Oh, No! This is making so difficult. So difficult. Good idea, Lexi. Timer there is. So technically, these, bye-bye. Those, current. Clicked this, did ya? And only 1.2 megabytes? Try extracting anyways. Click folder, extract all. That was the worst one. Do you get these folders in your downloads? Oh, dang it. You guys freaking are stinky stinkers. I said it again. I know. I did say I added 2 because I said it twice. Okay. Y'all are distracting me so much. That's a good idea, Lexi. I should add that. Okay. Y'all are distracting me very much. Once y'all have the folders in your downloads that are extracted, they should look like this. Go ahead and go to your documents, find the Electronic Arts, boop, then Sims 4, then go to the mods folder. Are y'all downloading it from the right place? Did you did go to twistedmexi.com. Here, poop, and click poop here. And then here, go, and then this. Okay. All right, y'all. The banned words are over, but I now have to eat 2 Bean Boozles. But hold a second. So what you're telling me is you downloaded it and it doesn't look like this? It does not look like this. Are you on a Mac or PC? Because it should just look like this. That's okay. It should just look like this. Tool, is it named the same and everything? And then when you extract it, let me see. Once you extract it, it is only 1.2. So that's right. It looks like yours maybe already extracted it for you. So once you have these double folders, you're going to click on one and you should see this folder. It is, so I'm in my downloads. These were the original files. I extracted them and they became this. All you're going to take is that tmx-tool folder and you're going to drag it into your mods. And that is all. I'm also going to take the Better Build By, same thing, take this Better Build By folder and drag this to the mods. And it does look like it is 1.2 megabits once the folder's already been extracted. So it might have just that your computer somehow auto extracted the files. So if you see the tmx-Better Build By, you don't want to click in there. You don't want any of that. Don't do that. Just drag the whole folder over. Unfortunately, I'm not super good at troubleshooting, so I may need to help you after stream because I may need to see your computer to troubleshoot more because I don't know what you did. Unfortunately, it should look just like this. Download, click on it, click the extract all. It should extract the folder. It might have extracted the folder to your desktop or somewhere else. When you click on extract, you'll want to select a location. So if you go to browse, you can do it on your desktop if you'd like. Instead. Can you still use MC Command Center? I don't unfortunately use MC Command Center, but I don't think that there is I don't think there's a, what's the word? Confliction. I don't think there's a confliction. It's possible your extracted folder went somewhere else and you could try and see what location it went to. For mine, I just have it set to my downloads. So, and then once you have the folder, you're just going to drag the tmx Better Build By or the tmx tool. I use tool, MCC, and BB all together. Okay, perfect. Now, once you have those in your mods folder, which again is in your documents, Electronic Arts, let me see if I can make this bigger. Can I make it bigger? I don't know if I can. No, that didn't work. Electronic Arts, Sims 4, mods. That is where those need to live. But do not open the folders. Just leave them. You don't need, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Don't separate it. Just leave it. If it's seeing this while instructing, you're doing it wrong. See, so don't look at that. Don't look at that. So, okay. Alrighty, now our mods are installed. They are good to go, installed. What we are going to do is open up my Origin. Real quickly though, I'm gonna switch my screens because my Sims is gonna open up on the other side. Ooh, un secundo. We are going to open up our Origin. Now the Better Build By does have a kind of a funky way to install the mod that you do need to follow the instructions, and it's the Better Build By honestly I think is more difficult to install than Tool Mod because you do have to do some settings within the game. So what I'm going to do here is open up my Sims game. And as soon as that opens, I will pop over there on that screen. I got a vanilla latte and it's heavenly. It's so good. Okay. I'm going to keep the Sims 4 muted as well. So let's go over here. We will hope our game screen pops up. Sims 4. The Sims 4. Please get The Sims 4. Hello? There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So now we are in game. The first important thing that you're going to want to make sure is when you go to your options, you're going to go to your game options here, and then you're going to go to other, this other setting. I don't want a Sims delivery right now. You're going to go to this other setting, and you're going to make sure that custom content and mods is enabled and that this script mods right here is enabled. You are going to have to restart your game if this one right here is not enabled. You will have to restart your game. So once you enable both of those settings, custom content and mods and script mods, you're going to go ahead and hit apply. And if that was the first time for you doing that, you're going to then exit the game and reopen it. For me, I already had those settings on, so I don't have to do that. What I'm going to do now is load into a build so that I could so that I can turn on better build by, because that is unfortunately difficult. Also, where is the build that I was working on? I was totally working on a build the other day. Hi, little toothbrush. And it was this one. It was this one. I'm just gonna go here. Was finally able to make it in. Welcome in. How are you? I'm glad that you're here today, friend. I wish we could transfer our packs because I spent at least 250 for expansion packs. Okay, ignore that. Pretend I didn't have that on. Oh, this cute little build I was working on. I'm so excited. How adorable is it? It's so cute. Please tell me it's cute. We love it. So cute. Anyways, okay. So to turn on, you got your nails done. That's exciting. To turn on better build by, you're going to go down here to these filters. Now, tool is already ready to go at this point. If I hit shift and tab, it will open up tool. If you do not have the better build by mod, unfortunately, you can only use tool in live mode, which is why it's super important, I think, to get the better build by. So we're going to make sure that's turned on, and you should see this new filter here. You'll want to go ahead and click organize debug. Now, normally I would restart the game right here, but since I already have the organize debug turned on before, I'm just going to leave it. You can also do this where it will turn move objects on for you all the time, which I think is great. And this here redoes your, so any career locked item or anything like that will be unlocked forever. Can't wait to start playing again, living vicariously through you, of course. Jewel, thank you for the lurk. Okay, so now we are on a lot, and I'll turn on the grids just so that you can see. And the way that we are going to access tool, again, if you have the better build by mod installed, you can access tool while you are in build mode. If you do not have the better build by mod installed, you can only use tool in live mode. So think about how you want to use it. I personally am always building without a sim on the lot. You'll see that I have unlimited money. Oh, you can't see it because of my captions. I have unlimited money right now because there's no sim living here. There's no sim living here, so there's no... I'm strictly in build mode. There's no live mode option up here because I have no sim. So usually for me, I'm not switching between live mode and build mode. So I like to be able to access tool within build mode. If you are somebody that plays and builds while you're in live mode or live mode, I call it live. If you're somebody that plays and builds a lot in live mode, you could probably use tool the other way. Where would we be able to install this mod? No problem. If you go to twistedmexi.com, that is where you will be able to, and let me just real quickly pop this up over here. That is where you will be able to download the mod. 1 second. I will show you. This is the Twisted Mexi website. It's just twistedmexi.com. Sunflower Goddess, thank you so much for the follow. Hi, I recognize you from Sophie's chat. This is Twisted Mexi's website. So if you scroll down, you will see right on the homepage is tool and better build by. And if you click on the download links on either of these, here's the tool download page. This is what it's going to look like for you. So what you will want to do is scroll all the way down until you see this link. You're going to click on that, and then it should pop up, I don't know where that is, pop up into your downloads. I also recommend getting this other mod called the Better Build By in tandem with Tool, so you can download it at the same time if you would like. The download link is all the way at the bottom. Once you have those files, you will have to unzip them, which basically just means you have to extract the files. And then you just drag those into your mods folder and you are good to go. You will need to make sure that in your game settings that your mods and custom content are both turned on, and you may have to restart your game after doing this. So that's just something to keep in mind. Without Better Build By, you cannot use Tool when you're in build mode. So in order to open Tool, you are going to press on your keyboard Shift and T. Shift and T will open what is called your tool mod menu, and you'll see that right here. We have a few different options here. We have move, elevate, rotate, scale, and settings. Now, I use Tool in very simple ways. I am a simple person, and I prefer to use Tool in ways that are small but make your build a little better. So if you notice, for instance, that this rug is not exactly the size of the door, maybe you want it to be a little bit bigger, but if you were to click on this in build mode and make it one bigger with brackets, that's way too big, right? That's a huge jump in size. So in the Sims, this rug, when you hit up on a bracket, is doubling in size, which it looks a lot bigger than that, but I promise it's just a double. So the brackets will shrink or double them in size. And sometimes if I just want this to be a little bit bigger to fit this door, that's way too big. That's huge. This is what I'm going to use Tool. So what I'm going to do is open up Tool by hitting Shift and T to open my menu, and I'm going to hit Scale. Scale means that you're going to change the size of things. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Scale, and then I'm going to click on the item that I want to change the size of, and it's going to turn green. Any green item is the one that you know you're currently manipulating with Tool. Now, these numbers are a little funky. It says between 0 and 25, which I think throws off a lot of people. But remember what I just told you, that when I shrink this up with brackets, what does it go to? It doubles in size. So if I put 2, meaning I'm going to multiply this by 2, it's going to be as big as it was when I sized it up with brackets. However, if I will put it back to 1 is also the regular size. 1 is always its starting size. So if I want this just a little bit bigger, what I'm going to do is put 1, a period, and then I'm going to put another number between 1 and 100 after this. So let's try like 1.15. That's going to enlarge it by 0.15 of its size, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when I do that, it just gets a little bit easier to fit the door. So if I do that again, I can put it back at 1 at any time, and it will go to its original size. Or let's try 1.25, just like a little bit bigger. But bam, now it kind of fits the size of the door better. Whereas without that, I would have either been stuck with this size, which I think is just too small, or this size, which is definitely too big. So I love it for things like that. I will use it for things like this all the time. If you just need a rug to be like a tiny bit bigger or a tiny bit smaller, for instance, if for some reason, let's say you wanted to put this by the back door and you're like, you know what, this is just like way too big for a backdoor rug, right? That's just a little bit too much. If you want to make something smaller, again, you will go to Tool. This time, you're going to type a minus in front of it. So what I might do is wait, I lied. Hold please, let me try this. You're not going to use a minus. Let me just try. Haha, I was right. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of elevate and raise. We'll get to that in a bit. However, if you would like to shrink something, you're going to do a number that is smaller than 1. So if I wanted to shrink something by and think of it, it's easy for me to think of it in like 100s. So 1 is 100, means it's the full size, like a percent. Thank you, Lexi. Anything bigger than 1 is going to be more than its size. Anything under 1 is going to be smaller. So let's say I just wanted to shrink this a little bit. I'll try typing in 0.75. Oops. I screwed myself. Where'd I go? Come back over here. I pressed page up or something, I think. Sorry. Let's try, we're going to go with 0.75. And that shrinks it. So that's taking away 25% of the rug size. It is a little complicated, but if you just remember that 1 is always your starting point. If you happen to mess something up, you can always get back to it. The other important thing is that if you go to options, there is an undo button, which is great. So if you accidentally do something and you're like, oh no, I do not know what I did, and now everything is messed up, just go to options and you can undo. But I think if we try maybe 0.65, it's a lot of trial and error. So like, ooh, I think I like 0.65 better than 0.75. Maybe, I don't know, let's try 0.7. You can kind of adjust it in little micro increments. Thank you. I'm going to drink my coffee. Click off the item, press Shift and T again to close the mod, and then you can move this around. So that's a much better size, I think, for a little doormat if we were going to put this outside per se. Also, these rugs are made by Ravasheen. She did a collaboration with Ruggable, which was really fun. So these rugs that I have in here are actually from Ruggable, and you can order them and have them in your real house and your Sims house, which is pretty cool. So shout out to Ravasheen, my friend Tori. She's amazing, amazing mod creator. So downsizing and upsizing rugs is one of the things I do the most with Tool. For instance, if we want this to just be a little bit bigger, I'm going to open my Tool mod with Shift and T, press them together. I'm going to click on the rug so it turns green, and I'm going to scale this one just like 1.1 and see how that looks. It's just a little bit bigger, and I like that. It takes up just a smidgen amount of space more. Just a tiny bit more amount of space. If we use insert items such as chairs, will this still be playable? Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. For items that are functional, it really depends on the item. If you size something up by like 1.1, that may work, but if you like double it in size or something bigger, they may become unfunctional. I would love Starbucks, but this McDonald's vanilla latte is so good. Eventually, when you have done enough, you will be able to guess what number you need just by looking. Yes, that is how I am at this point. I can kind of look and see, like, I think I need 0.2 of additional space on that item or something. So that is scaling. The other thing that I will use scaling for is like, okay, say you have this piece of clutter, right? And you're like, you know what? I just want this to be like a little bit bigger. Like maybe you want it to look more like a 8x10 photo instead of like a 4x6. You can also scale up clutter, which is really fun. It usually works quite well. And we all know that you could just grab this and scale it up, right? But it's gonna, oops, make sure you exit your tool mod. It's gonna become way too big. Like that's just way too big. And like that's super tiny. So if you want to adjust something just based on smaller increments, like that's just too big. It looks silly, right? Like it looks okay, but for the mantle, I just think it looks a little funny. So instead we can go here and just scale it up a little bit. Oops, I forgot to click on it. 1.3. It's just a little bit bigger without being like totally obtrusive. Sometimes I will also scale up these CDs just a little bit because I think that they're quite small. And like, granted, I will say most of the things that I use Tool Mod for are very nitpicky in the sense that like most people aren't going to notice those being different sizes, but like I think it looks better to me, so I enjoy to do that. I think it's great. So you can scale up all kinds of things. The only thing, unfortunately, it does not work on, which we will put in here so I can just show you guys, is mirrors. It does not work if you go to scale the size of a mirror, unfortunately. Where's the mirror that I wanted to use though? It does not work, unfortunately, if you try to scale the mirror. We'll try it right now. They are still not going to work if we try to shrink this down. And you'll see here that it gets all messed up and wonky. So it does not work, unfortunately, for mirrors, which is a shame. However, what it can do for mirrors, which I think is amazing, is, for instance, this mirror here. This mirror here is like really tall, which might be okay in like some instances, but like you cannot lower this using 0 and 9. It also does not work for Windows, Alpaca. That's the other thing. You can raise this mirror all you want using 0 and 9, but you cannot lower it any lower than its initial spot. Little toothbrush. Thank you for the hydrate. You can raise the mirrors all you want, but you can't lower them, and sometimes that's frustrating, and sometimes you want to put a mirror lower than it actually can go. So for that, we also can use Tool Mod, because like this is a really tall mirror, okay? It's really quite tall. So let's say that we want to lower this mirror a little bit to make it more like, I don't know, just to make it look nicer. You're going to go ahead and open your tool with Shift and T, click on your mirror, and go to Elevate. Now, it says here between -25, let me click on that again, between -25 and 25. just for fun, if you type in 25, this is how high your mirror is going to go. Oh, I can't even see it. It went so far that, oh, there it is. Do you see it? Do you see it? There's the mirror. Way up here. So, that's usually not something you want to do when you're elevating. I'll just go ahead and click undo. Because it's too much. It's too much. I need a free floating mirror I can't see in my life. You know, sometimes you might. However, so what we're going to do, avoid high numbers is all I'm saying. I'm always wanting my mirrors close to the floor, so this is perfect for that. What you're going to do is open your tool mod and go to elevate. And I wouldn't even do 1, because watch what happens when I lower it by a whole 1. It's going way down. It went way down to the floor, which is great if that's what you're looking for and you want it on the floor. Unfortunately, I'm kind of looking for a middle ground here. So I'm going to go back and undo that because I definitely don't want that close to the ground. And instead, I'm going to go to elevate and type in minus 0.05. That's going to do about half of the -1 that I just did, which is a much lower increment. So honestly, what I do is I do minus 0.05 a bunch of times, maybe minus 0.1 until it is where I like it. Now, somebody may have a better, idea for how to do this than I do personally, but I just keep going minus 0.07. Let's just see how that looks. Okay. Until it is, oh no. I messed it up. Go back. There you go. Until it is at the spot where you want. I do be using the undo button a lot because I messed stuff up. So now it's a little more centered on the wall compared to its original of being up high, which, you know, you can use to make like some nice mirror arrangements, which is fun. Look at that. Boom. So cool. Something you just witnessed that I don't use that often because it scares me. Hi, Fox. Is the ability to move an item anywhere. So if you have, let's say, this plant and you're like, you know what? I want this plant to be somewhere. You can click on it and move an item wherever you want. So be careful when you do have an item highlighted because it will allow you to move it wherever you like. However, this is also how you can move things literally wherever you want. You see, it's not on the lot here. For some reason, it won't let me put it there. I don't know why. But you can move stuff wherever you would like it to be. So personally, that's something that's really fun about ToolMod is that you can move stuff. Now, the trick is if, say, this is off the lot, it's off the building bounds right now. If I click off of this, and I go back to like regular Sims mode, I'm not going to be able to click on this anymore. So you do have to have tool open. If you move something off the lot and you want to like change the color of it, you'll have to move it back on the lot and then it will allow you to move it freely. Whereas if you have something off the lot and you unclick it, it doesn't let you interact with it anymore because it's outside of the boundary. So this is really cool for like decorating. A lot of people like to decorate the apartment like hallways. You can use tool to do that. That's really fun. You can, you know, get your little planter set up and then be like, boom, moving it into the apartment hallway. And now it lives there and that's where it lives forever. So super fun to play around with that. And all you have to do is click on it when you're in tool mod, which I think is great. Super fun. Aside from mirrors, the other thing that I will use leveling up and down for is if I'm placing clutter, for instance. Oh, there's still spots on there. I don't know why it does that. Take away the spots. Let's say you want to place clutter on this, right? And you're like, it's not gonna fit. I'll move this plant off. You put clutter here. It's too high. There's no spot, right? There's no spot for me to place any clutter there. What you can do is arrange the piece with 0 or 9. But if for some reason it's still hovering like that, like if you can't get it with 0 and 9, what I will do is open tool and click on that and you can see how it's floating. It's floating in the air right there. And I will elevate and I'm just going to go like 0.1 Oh, that was a little bit too low. Sometimes people don't mind if something is sticking through. So because I did it a little too low, I'm going to go up by 0.05 and see if that makes a difference. Oh, and it's still floating. Thank you, Lurie, for the lurk. I appreciate you. Let's try minus 0.02. Okay. That still looks like it's floating. I'm going to do a minus 0.01 and see if that just puts it right. Yep, right back there. So now that plant is not floating. It is actually correctly on there. But because this doesn't have any slots, that's the only slot on this whole little guy. I wanted to add more. And if you'll see, actually, this pot that I have right here is actually floating through the bottom of the shelf. So let's fix that as well. So I'm going to open my tool with Shift and T. I'm going to click on the item and I'm going to go to Elevate. Bone was in here. Thank you for the lurk. This would be so extreme for my perfectionism. It's so fun, Jewel. I love it. I love just making everything perfect. So because I need to raise this, I'm going to use positive numbers in the positive, and I'm going to raise it by 0.04. Just see what that looks like. And boom, bam. That might still be a little bit under the counter, but at least it's not still peeking through the bottom, and I think it looks a little bit nicer. So that is for sure one way that you will find me using Tool all the time. I will lower and raise things. I will adjust the size of my rugs. The other thing that you can do, which is pretty cool, and I'll show you with this wall piece. It's kind of a little bit annoying. I wonder, let's try this. Say you wanted to like make a wall installation that had 2 of these. Oh, don't get me wrong, it's so satisfying to look at you. Thanks, Jewel. If you hover the mouse over your selected item, you can hit tab to look at it from different angles. Okay, let me try this. Oh, so Shift and T, hover the mouse. Oh, I see. Is that what you meant? Did I do that right? Do you mean just using tab to see if it's placed correctly? Oops. It's perfect. I don't know if that's what you meant. I hope that was. If not, you'll have to show me because I learned something new. Okay. This is, oh yay, I did it right. This is super fun. I usually do this with like, there's a big wooden panel from Eco Lifestyle. Actually, I'm going to try and find it because I just think it's prettier than this. Where are you? Let's actually, for instance, well, I'll just show you with this guy. I think it'll work. So the other thing that you can do that's really fun is you can rotate stuff, which I personally do not do all that often. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I'm going to rotate this 90. It's probably going to switch. Oh, that's not what I meant. Oopsies. Sorry. Hold please. Okay. So when you go to rotate, you will see that there are a few different axes. So do you see this green line on the bottom? That means it's going to rotate on that axis, which is why when I did 90 degrees, it just turned to the right because it's on the ground. If you hit change axis, there's 3 options. And I think that it does a pretty good job illustrating it with the little green circle. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So if I rotate it 90 degrees when it's this way, it's going to go like this, which is actually what I want. But because it's weird, it's going to be in the basement. Where did it go? I think it went in the basement, but there is no basement, so it's hiding. Hold please. Undo. We love the undo button, right? It's great. I'm going to actually move this up here so that maybe when we rotate it, it doesn't totally disappear. Like I said, I'm not a super pro. I just know how to do some stuff. So it's axis right now. I can't see for some reason. Where'd it go? There we go. There we go. There we go. It wasn't showing up. Be aware that while a lot of items do rotate, there are some items that will just disappear when you try to rotate it. It's the game's way of telling you that it can't be rotated. Oh, thank you. Is that what the case for this one? Oh, that must be the case. Haha. Haha. I never actually have run into this because I don't rotate a lot. But we'll undo that. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so it won't work with this item. 1 second. I know what item for sure it does work with. Where did it go though? It's a giant big piece of wood from Eco Lifestyle. We'll have to just search here because it's really fun to. Maybe it's not from Eco Lifestyle. Maybe I'll try it with these instead. Okay, so say for instance, this is what I would normally do. You want to just change this up. We're going to open tool with Shift and T, click on that, go to rotate. That's the axis that I want it to rotate on. I want it to spin on the wall flat. So let's see if this item works. I'm going to go 90 and it flipped it sideways, which is super cool because if you want to make like art that is unique, you can use this to make a lot of cool artworks that you can't normally create in the game, which I just think is really fun. So like instead of them both just being the same, we made a new piece of art. How cool is that? Now, there are endless things that you can do with Tool that some people really enjoy doing some really quite extravagant things. And I'm going to show you real quick the things that you can do. And if you've seen some build tours, you definitely will have seen that there is people in our monthly build tours will do really awesome stuff with Tool, and you'll get to see kind of a little sneak peek, but I'm just going to go over here for a second. I also did update my maps and I love it. Ow. I feel like it looks like a different game. Tanzanite Fairy, oh my gosh. My birthstone is Tanzanite, and Tanzanite is almost the same color as my shirt. Some Tanzanite anyways. Okay, so we are going to go to the gallery real quick because our beautiful friend Lexi, aka Gibbs, has told us that they have some builds on the gallery using Tool. So what should we look at first? Ooh, if you were here for the let's look at this. If you were here for our October build challenge, this is a cart that Lexi made that is like a roller coaster cart. Where did you get those maps from? Oh gosh, I got them from May. May, are you here? Do you remember who the maps are? Are they prismatic? Hold please, I will find out for you. I just downloaded Tool, so this is helpful. Oh yay! Where? I will find out for you because I got to make a command anyways for the maps. I will have to ask May. That was the first one I did. This was the first one you did. I literally love it. So using Tool, Lexi was able to flip and rotate items in ways that you can't normally to create this little cart, which I think is so cute. Also, welcome in Tanzanite Fairy. I wish May was here because I got to find out where the maps are. Hold please. They're actually in my documents. Do they say? Let me check. Oh, 20th Century Plumb Bob. Hold please. I will get a link for you. I'll get a link for you. Now they are all in separate posts on their Patreon, so it did take me a hot second to download them. But if you go there or you just Google 20th Century Plumb Bob Sims 4 maps, you will find them, and then you will see what I'm talking about. I love my maps. I'll show you more if you want when we're done. A lot of people use really creative things to make other things by using tools. So let's see. What do we have here? We have fence pieces that are shrunken down, which is such a good idea. These are debug fences and fence posts and a bunch of hays. I love this. It's so creative. So Tool is really fun because it does allow you to make items that you can't normally make in the game. However, I personally, oh, and there's even little railings on here, which is so amazing. This is so cool. I personally really like to use Tool simply to resize and lower stuff like that. So that's personally all that I use it for, but the capabilities are truly endless. And if we look at, let me just see if I have in my library. Do I have hermit huts? Whose do we need to look at real quick? The hermit huts. Why can't I remember how to scroll? Okay. I will show you some really cool Hermit Hut stuff that you can do. I will show you a Hermit Hut build that used a lot of cool tool. This one, I believe, we'll try it. And I'll show you. Yes, that's fine. That's okay. It's okay if stuff gets cut off. Please look at the bookshelf, the one higher up. It's my favorite so far. Okay, I will. I will post that one too. Okay. So, for instance, in here, all of these things, like here, use tool mod to either rotate or align like the wood, which is really fun and funky. And I just think that's so creative. Up here, I thought there was maybe some tool mod action going on, probably with the plants. I absolutely love that. It's so cute. There definitely is a lot of tool mod action going on in this build. It makes it way easier to clutter. As you can see, there's lots of cool clutter. I thought that this was not the one I was thinking of, but we had someone that made an amazing pantry and they used tool mod to do all of these little details, and it was just so cool. So as you can see, I'm pretty sure that these logs are initially supposed to be laying down, like similar to these, but you can rotate them, and then she used them as posts, which is pretty sweet. So real quick, I want to go back to the gallery. The bookshelf. The bookshelf. This one? Custom bookshelf. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. How did you make this? Oh my gosh. Do you see how each of these are individual items? That's wild. This is beautiful though. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what these are, Lexi, but this is phenomenal. This is so cool. So this is kind of the more complex stuff that you can do with tool. Like, do you see all these individual items here that Lexi manipulated in order to create this bookshelf? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It does take a lot of time, I believe, but it's beautiful. Let me see real quick too. I really want to find the Hermit Hut build that won. It was the one that we were all like, ah. I don't see it on here though. But maybe I just missed it. Was it this one? I think it was this one. We're gonna look at it just so I can show you. That's okay if some stuff is missing. 3 hours for the bookshelf? That's crazy, Lexi. That's pretty cool. There's lots of people that make custom furniture and add it to the gallery via tool mod. But something I thought was truly amazing. For instance, all of these little panels are elevated and lowered, most likely with tool mod, if I had to guess. If you look over here, we have these wooden pieces that were manipulated and added onto the side of the building, which is really cool. Inside though, something truly spectacular. Well, first of all, this is spectacular in and of itself. All of these wood panels placed here, probably, if I had to guess, using tool to lower and elevate them and resize them. But in here, this is super cool too. Do you see this like counter of how long that they have been there? These are all little sticks that they created in tool mod, which I just think is really cool. This is all inspiring me to build. Yes. Tool has grouping and easy copying of that group, which makes it a little easier with all the fiddly stuff. Yes, I'm assuming that is how they did this as well with the grouping feature. Unfortunately, that is what I would consider a pro feature that I just don't know how to use. So yeah, it's truly great. I forgot how stunning this build was. Stunning. Oh, stunning. Yes, little things like that. Little things like adding this walkway up to here, I just think are amazing. I love that it cut off like half the thing. Adding this little door down here, which is just so funkadelic. We love to see it. We love to see it. Really, really cool. This build was part of our Hermit Hut build entries. Oh, also this ladder. I'm pretty sure that they made this ladder. No? Oh, Harborwood ladder. Never mind. Sometimes people will use it to make ladders. They put the knife in there though, which I think is great. that definitely used Toolmod to put the knife in the log, which is fun. And that's a stool, so that's really cute. We really like it. It's super fun. You can use it for a plentiful amount of things, which I just think is great. I'm gonna go back to my build. Back to my build and show you some more. Grouping and copying can be discussed in Tool 2.0. Yes, precisely. If you want to see my maps real quick, I'd be happy to show you the maps that I use. So let me just go, where am I? Let me just go away for a second. So this is the Copperdale map, which I think is nice. And they do have less vibrant versions of these. If anybody is interested, again, these are from 20th Century Plumbob. If you want to go download these. My favorite map, though, by far, is definitely the San Myshuno one. Just look at this. How much more fun and beautiful. Granted, some things are a little wonky. That building is like a little crooked, you know? It's not perfect, but I just love the blurred lights down here, and I love how much more like realistic it looks. In like terms of spacing and everything like that. I just think it's really fun. The City Living is one of my favorite map redos. So cute. And I downloaded all of them. The Island Living one is super bright. It's super saturated. But I do like it. I do like it a lot. And this is not my main save, so please ignore all the wonky builds everywhere. This is my build save. The Del Sol Valley map is also quite nice. It just gives you a better idea for like how things are laid out and how they're sized, and I think the proportions are a little bit better. This just goes to show you how small this map really is, because like look at all of this space where there's just absolutely nothing on the side here. Strangerville, the map I really do like a lot. I like that it put the mountains right here in the foreground. I think is super cool. And you have these houses up here, a good nice size crater. I just think this is really beautiful. It shows you like the little motel and everything over here. It just like, I feel like it's easier to get a feel for the size of the lots. Let's look in SC at Tartosa. This one I love too. This gives me so much Sims 2 vibes with the hot air balloon. I love that you can like really see everything in depth and in detail. And I love that this one's kind of like perma sunset. It's like permanent sunset mode with the little beaches. This also is a severely small world that they gave us, but I just think it's so cute. Mount Komorebi, this map is beautiful. I love it. I just think it's just so stunning. I love that they added, you know, just the extra things on here. It's just truly beautiful. So yeah, these map replacements are by 20th Century Plumbob, and you just drop them in your mods folder and you're good to go. The Moonwood Mill one is very cute as well. People are so creative with The Sims 4. It kind of blows my mind. Oasis Springs, look at this. It is very bright. I will say they do have less saturated versions, like I said. But this is like a way more realistic representation of what this map looks like, and I just think that's really nice. I love them as well. They're super fun. I just think that, I don't know, they just like look more like they're supposed to look. Let's look at Brightchester. Like, how cute is this? This one is real bright. Some of them are like, whoa, it's so bright. But I do love it. I do love it. I think that they're very cute. I don't know how this person did this, but I think it's amazing. The Evergreen Harbor one, I love. It makes it look so much like, I don't know. Although I don't know what we got going on right here. There's definitely something wonky with these houses here. They're a little bit disheveled, maybe. So yeah, they're not 100% perfect, but I think that they are really nice. For like more realistic. Like this one looks a lot more realistic. That's pretty crazy. It just kind of looks like a real world, I think. Which is great. I'm gonna go back here to this little guy. Oh, and my face cam. Hi, I'm back. Make it daytime. Okay, So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that like I would use Toolmod for that I didn't show you guys. I would say 99% of the time I'm resizing rugs. Like 99% of the time I'm resizing rugs, which is both great and fun, and I love it, and I think it's a really fun time. Thank you for showing them up. Of course, those worlds are so beautiful. I'm always down to show off anything Sims related too, because I love the Sims so much, and I want everyone's Sims to look and feel as beautiful as mine does. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, that's not supposed to go there. I think what I'm going to do is take a quick little bathroom break, potty break, since we are at our hour mark again, and then I'm just going to build. I'm just going to build, and if anyone has questions about Toolmod at any point, feel free to ask me. We will work on this build together, and you will just get to kind of see me use Toolmod in the build. I'm back. Spontaneous had to take care of my little brother. Oh, how did it go? Did he eat some of the mash? Did he like it? Look at this cute art piece I made using Tool. I like it. It's adorable. It looks cute. Super fun. I'm not the most creative person with Tool, but I know that there are a lot of creative people like Lexi. And if you have any questions at any point, I'm sorry, we will do a Tool 2.0 once I know how to do the more complicated things. But for the majority of things, I'm just like resizing things and lowering and raising things. For instance, there is this, really? There is this bench in Eco Lifestyle that for whatever godforsaken reason, when you, is it this one or is it this one? That's a table. I'm pretty sure it's this one. And when you put items on here, they hover. Do you see this? Why do they do that? Why are they hovering? That's actually hovering. Thank you so much, Lexi. I appreciate you. He did something else for dinner. He's in bed now. How cute. So another good way to use Tool is with this silly thing that for whatever reason is hovering. That was a little too much. That was a little too much. And you will see that realistically, I am making a lot of mistakes. So now we fix that. It is no longer hovering, which is great. Oops, I should have showed you like this before. So this bench, for whatever reason, is broken and the slots aren't perfectly aligned. So you can use Tool to fix that as well, which is nice. And I'm pretty sure if you move this, yeah, it's going to go right back. If you ever move something and the Tool snaps away, just hit escape and it should go back to normal. I will show you too what I will usually like to do that's really fun is like if we go to our outdoor section and we go to like outdoor activities, another really fun thing to do is say we don't have a lot around here, right? Say we want to take, where is the cute, let's say you want to put like one of these food stands, which we really like this little coffee cart, right? This little coffee cart is super cute. Say you want to put this like somewhere in the world. You can Shift and T and click on Tool. Hi, Erdez. Hello, you're fine. Welcome in. You can move this coffee cart wherever you want in the world. Maybe we want it. The only thing is you do have to, I will show you, you do have to change the way that you want it rotated while it's on the home lot. And then you can click and move it wherever you want, which kind of takes some getting used to. But the cool thing about this is if this is here, it will function. It functions. So if you put like one of these in the real world, or say, for instance, you want to put like a swing set. For some reason, you're like, you know what? I really want there to be a swing set like right here. We'll see if it'll let me. This kind of seems like somewhere it doesn't let your Sims go, maybe. Ba-bam. And there we go. Now we have a swing set over there. So it's pretty cool. You can totally decorate the world with like whatever you want. And that's what the mod was originally made for. That you can just put stuff wherever you feel like putting it. And I think that's pretty cool. Also, I want to go over there. What's over there? What's this? It's cute. I like it. Whoops. Little abandoned house. Can you interact with this in game? Because it's so cute. I really like that little house. So yeah, whatever you want to add. Oh, there's this cute little bridge thing. you can add whatever you want. So you won't be able to click on it though, unless you open tool mod. Then you can click on it because I'm going to bring it back over here because I'm going to delete it. Boop. But bam. It's really fun to add, like, I like to add food stalls to decorate. I like to add, sometimes you can like say you want to just like, I don't know, maybe you want like a fire pit that has some chairs around it. You can also move whole groups of things. Boop. Look, you decorated the world. This is Copperdale. I'm in the little downtown part of Copperdale. If you have the high school pack. It's like a little mining town, kind of. I quite like it. That's a lot. I think that's a lot. I don't remember. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go take